Hello, welcome to Career Talk. I'm Miguel Leon Jr. and I'm here with Travis Swirth, project manager at Tri-Cor Mechanical. We are at the construction site of ABC Supply Stadium here in Beloit, Wisconsin. Hi, how are you this morning?
I'm doing very well. It's a little cold out here, but we're doing good. Thanks for joining us today.
So where are we at right now?
We are on the second floor of the baseball stadium. This will be called concession level, or concourse level, excuse me. Concourse level. This is where they're going to have concessions, food, different areas for people to walk around, see some of the cool industrial spaces. So as you can see behind me, we have a rooftop unit on the roof. This is going to feed our main HVAC system. We have our supply and return. You can see that we already have our runouts hanging. So these will feed all the grills and whatnot you see in a building, and this is what will heat and cool the space, just for this particular area. We have several different units feeding this whole facility, but this will be the main one for this floor, right behind us.
Wow. And we're here firsthand.
Yeah. And you can see from the craftsmanship from these field guys how they can look at a drawing and make this no problem.
Wow.
That's hard for me.
What services does Tri-Cor offer?
So on this project, the ABC Supply Stadium project, we are installing the new HVAC mechanical system, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Tri-Cor Mechanical also does plumbing and electrical, but on this project, we are solely doing the HVAC system.
What is your role as a project manager?
My role as a project manager, so the one thing that I'm most focused on day in and day out is safety. My goal at the end of the day is to have every single one of my guys come home safe with no injuries. When we move past that, they have foreman huddles every single day on safety. Any problems they see in the field, they note it, make me aware of it so we can correct it right away so they're all safe at all times, every day. Other than that, I'm working on scheduling the guys weeks or days in advance so that I know that they have all their material, their equipment, so they're ready to complete the job the day they're on site, so we're not wasting time, the GC's time or the owner's time.
Wow. Did you need any special training to become the project manager?
I would say yes. So I did get hired right out of college as a project manager. Usually there's some tiers. I would say that I'm still learning every single day from my field guys because they're really the ones that work the magic. They show off their ductwork. They can install this stuff by just looking at a plan and know how it's going to look in the field. So I'd say the training comes from my field guys. I've learned so much from them since I started 3 years ago.
Oh, it's great. What was your educational path like?
So I went to college for 4 years before I started at Tri-Cor Mechanical. I've been here for 3 years. I went to college for business administration and risk management. So I was focused on safety / the business side of things. So I took a lot of speech classes, communication classes, risk management, and communication in the trades is huge because you have to communicate with so many people on site every single day. So that was my career path. I got an interview at Tri-Cor, and then I got taken into the trades. I got an accepted offer, so then it was a whole new experience for me. I had to learn a whole new different set of skills other than what I learned in college. So the trades is different from a college career, but because it's just so much encompassed in one thing.
If someone was interested in doing what you do, what is some advice you would give them?
The advice I would give them, especially starting in high school, I said focus on your math classes. There's not a single thing that our guys do day in and day out without math. If I would take their tape measure away from them, they wouldn't be able to complete their job. So they're always reading small numbers, have to add math, small modifications. So I'd say focus on their math in high school, your woodworking shop classes, your metal shop classes, because it gives you hands-on training for someone that has more experience. And that's what you do in the trades. When you start out, you have an apprentice who goes through a 5-year schooling, 1 day a week school per the school year, and then all the rest of the days of the week he's in the field with his foreman or his higher up, learning hands-on how to do the work, and then he can keep going, excelling through school, passing a test, things like that.
How has COVID affected this job in comparison to the jobs prior to COVID?
So it's affected, COVID-19 has affected the construction jobs in general in a couple ways. Main factor, of course, again, is safety. We have to make sure our guys are safe, they're masking up, wearing proper PPE, because if they expose anybody there, get exposed, they have to do the 2-work quarantine, slows down projects, things like that. And I want all my guys to be safe at all times.
Always.
Also, we've run into some issues with equipment and lead times just because manufacturers and quality assurance people, if they get COVID, they have 2-week quarantine too. So we've really been waiting for material a little bit longer than we used to have, and equipment. Now I think that we're kind of over that general hump, so now I think that we're trying to get past it, but we have all the safety precautions set in place to make sure we can keep going on a project like this.
Okay. If you could give your high school self some advice for your career path, what would it be?
I'm going to beat it again. I'm going to say focus on math. There's nothing I do every day where I don't have to do math 10 times, 20 times a day. Same thing with the field guys. You're always reading that tape measure, always have to make small modification that takes math. So I would say focus on math, number one.
Focus on math. Are there any job opportunities with high school students?
Absolutely. So if a high school student's interested in going to the trades, there's a few perks that will probably interest them. One, you'll have no student loan debt when you come out of the trades. You start as a pre-apprentice, then you get inducted into apprenticeship in a certain trade, but whether it be sheet metal, plumbing, pipe fitting, HVAC. You go through the 5 years of schooling for your apprenticeship. That's 1 day a week you go to school. They're paid to go to school, and then the rest of the week they're in with their foreman learning hands-on again. So after that 5 years is up, they can become a journeyman or a foreman. Then you don't have any more schooling, then they can become the teachers. So it's kind of a tier.
Okay. And then, so for after graduation, are there any opportunities there too?
After high school graduation?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because really you can start thinking about getting into the trades while you're in high school, 17, 18. If you want to work on the side, you can start it, get a pre-apprenticeship somewhere. After high school, that's when you become a full-on apprentice. And you can start learning from your foreman, go to school, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, and then you can become a journeyman, foreman, superintendent, so on and so forth. So there's some huge opportunities.
Are there, like, how can we find out about these?
We do. Tri-Cor Mechanical does have several different pamphlets of information, YouTube videos, all kinds of stuff posted on the web now where it gives general information on how someone could get started. You really need to talk to the right person and we can point you in the right direction. And we'd be more than willing to help with any student that's interested in getting into the trades.
That's great. Are there any advice you would give our audience?
The advice I'd give the audience is don't overlook the trades. If you're interested in getting into the trades, go ahead and do it. It's a great opportunity. It's a well-paying job in the end. You get a lot of on-hands training and you learn every single day, so it keeps it interesting. No two projects are the same, so you get to do something different every time you're on a different project. So it's a lot of fun.
That sounds fun. How has your job changed over the years?
So I started 3 years ago right out of college. My job has changed in the fact that I've seen a change in myself. You respect the field guys a lot more than you ever think you would because you see the magic they can work in the field. And then just dealing with the market, COVID-19, things like that, it's ever changing. Technology is ever changing. We get new tools, we have old tools. So the technology nowadays has made it, we can advance pretty quickly and install stuff a lot faster than we used to be able to. Big part of technology and the training that we have from our foremen. I have a very good set of foremen and superintendents, so I give a lot of credit to them in the field. They're good teachers for the young guys coming up.
Wow, that's great. What's your favorite part about your job?
The favorite part about my job is because we do several different projects a year, tons of them. When you get on a project like this where there's a lot of nostalgia and how exciting is it to add a baseball stadium in downtown Beloit. So this is one of the favorite parts about my job is getting on these very unique projects and seeing it through to completion. The field guys have a lot more fun because they'll see that this will be here forever. So they can come here and be like, yeah, I built that, it's been here. So that's my favorite part of the job is seeing our finished complete work and being like, yeah, we were a part of that and we did a good job.
That sounds amazing. So what did you want to be when you were in high school?
When I was in high school coming up, I actually wanted to be a DNR agent. Things changed, went through school, business administration, risk management courses in college. Ended up in the trades after college, had a good interview, and it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I learn from my guys every day, and it's exciting to be part of projects like this that are going to be around for a while as almost milestones or historic events for me in my life.
Hello everyone, now we're on the 3rd floor. I'm here with Travis, and we're also joined by
John from Tri-Cor. And this is the 3rd floor, the suite levels, and this is all the ductwork that feeds up here and down to 2nd floor and 1st floor. And you can tell it's a different color because this all gets painted. The other stuff that's galvanized is not.
what colors should we be seeing?
It's going to be black.
Black?
That's what I hear. I don't know exactly. They might change like from here now. That's what they're talking about, painting everything black above the ceiling. So,
okay. And what can you tell us about what we got going on over here?
These 2 ducts, they're bigger. They are bigger because they feed 1st floor, this whole half of the building. And then these 2 ducts, they feed 2nd floor right in the kitchen area, right where you guys were filming before this.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And that one feeds the hood down below for the kitchen equipment.
And so are people going to be able to come up here and everything? Or?
I don't know if you got to rent this area. Maybe you know.
This will be part of a suite level, so you'll be able to rent private boxes and suite areas where you'll have your own concessions, own food, things like that. So this will be a little nicer area for if you want to rent private events and hold something here, then that's what you do up here.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's going to be fancy.
It's going to be fancy?
It is. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much for visiting us today.
Appreciate you coming out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want any more information, please contact CareerTalk. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna do it again.